Some, or one is more correctly, one of my subscribers reminded me of that this person wanted me to make a simple chassis to the vehicle so that others that will use the tutorial just won't try to copy this car but build their own chassis. But I don't really know what kind of chassis I want to make, but I think I will make it the other way around. I will make a quite complex chassis, and then you want to figure out yourselves how you wanted your chassis to be, because what I've done so far is a quite basic structure of how to make a basic ACF car. So I'm going to build a chassis that I think I want to go for the old car model. And then we're going to add pop-up guns. So I will leave a space for the pop-up gun to be held. And I'm trying to figure out what kind of gun we want. As there is a little latency of ACF, there will be only ACF weapons because you have to play on two-player LAN server when you use ACF. That's kind of annoying, and that means a little latency. But when I play single player, it's no latency and it's no server, it's a regular single player, and I want to... That limits me, you know, because otherwise you could have put on missiles and other cool stuff, but no missiles or something, rockets here. We will be going for a cannon or a machine gun or both, or I don't know, or whatever. I just start building chassis and I will think of that in time. Okay, this is a bit in the building process. And right now it looks more like a steam power land barge than a car, but yeah, I don't know. I think this will look quite trashy and hopefully good and old. I think it's some of a combination of trash and old. But when you build your chassis, don't forget to change the weight, because some of these props have a huge weight. I think those were like 50,000 whatever. So I mean, you need to change it with weight tool to something more like maximum 100, but not less than 10. So, well, so this is the point where I'm at now, and we have built most of the chassis, and I've noticed that the final drive is a bit too low. That is, the vehicle is a bit too slow because the gears aren't really the max efficient level. And changing this, we take up the same model of the gearbox we have, that is important, 4-speed inline medium, and we see the final drive is -51. I think we can change it to -1. Like that. So you see this chassis. I don't know if you think it looks like kind of cool or kind of just shit. But the materials will be changed, most of them later. So let's see if we have... Yep, now it's more efficient. Gear 2, gear 3. The fourth gear is negative. That is backwards. It's not very fast. test by then. You can't really expect much more speed from this type of engine, though we will change some things with the wheels. First, we're going to make them spherical so that they have full connection with the texture of the map or the material, because right now the wheels are actually like squares, like hexagons, but with many more sides, so they are almost rounds. But make spherical is a tool that makes the wheel spherical. And we're also going to change the material. That is really optional. You can change the material of the wheels to cheap tire instead of rubber. But I think it will be enough with make spherical. So let's take make spherical. Now we're going to try again. We gear up to fourth gear. That is backwards. So, gear 1. We have much more control of the vehicle now. Makes vertical is very useful too. We're going to add displays so that we know what speed we are driving in, and also we want to know what gear. And also, right now, I'm going to make efficient brakes, because you see these brakes already installed are that effective. Like it takes like 15 meters before they even get noticed. So we're going to do very effective brakes. For that we need weld constraint, yep. And we're going to weld or weld latch. Back wheel to base prop. And the controller will be set on the motherboard. So base prop to back wheel on base prop. Now these are activated, so we're going to press activate on the alt button. Like that. And later on we will weld this board to the vehicle. But now we're just going to test the brakes. Excuse the lag, but that is because my computer is not spacecraft. So, speed up and brake, like instantly. I show you from up here. Speed up and brake. So that is the brakes. So now we're going to add displays so that we know what speed we are in and also what gear we are in. And after that we will start with making some pop-up-ish guns. Yep, that's the prop. So now we want to have screens. And where can we possibly find screens? And like I have this preset because that's the last time I used it. So we will have both values. and we want floor screen value, and on A we want kilometers per hour, and on B we want gear. So let's choose a nice one. I think this is good. And also I think this is rather heavy. It's completely unnecessary. Just change the weight to like 1. And we are going to take no collide, and we are going to mount it on the control panel of this vehicle and make sure we can see it. Yep. So we take weld tool and make a nice weld. And then we will take our wire tool, press A, which is kilometers per hour. Oh, I haven't spawned the speedometer yet. Whatever. We take B, which is gears, and mount the gears on current gear. So gear 2 is the current gear. And now we want the speedometer. Let's find the speedometer wherever it is. Up a bit, and there. Just not check anything. Spawn it anywhere on the vehicle. Why not under the seat? Kind of there. And we want wire tool, and now we take A and connect it to kilometers per hour. And so let's change down to gear 1. I think maybe the final drive is too high. Actually, it's possible we should have chosen a bit more large engine for this vehicle. You know what? I am going to change the gear 1 so that the gear 1 is a bit lower, like 007 is instead of 01. Like that. Now the gear 1 will be more terrain suited. So get it. And also that means we have to change the gear 2 faster. Seems to be the max speed of this vehicle. Maybe a bit higher, but not here. So let's brake. Yeah. And that's about that. Then we're going to start with making the guns. The question is, we want the pop-up version. Oh, I think it's time to add this into the structure. This board we want no collide. And as it can be useful to access these, we can put it on the underside of this vehicle. It's always useful to have technical things sticking down so you can reach them from underside the vehicle, because then it's easy to change them and you won't have to notice when you build the chassis how to make it, because if you build in your props you need to kind of break everything to reach them. So just like that. And now the pop-up guns. I have So I have figured out how I want the first one to be. And this one, the gun should actually be fixed, but hidden. So let's change the weight of these to 30. Well, did I no collided? Let's check. Yes, I did. Because the wheels should not be no collided ever, because if they are, you can't drive onto ramps or some or stuff, you know, that are made of props. For these guns, I will actually use numpad to control them. So hydraulics, we want a distance of about 45, a speed of 50, and we want it fixed. And now we put it in front of this prop and we want to right click so that you can see like this, and it's fixed. Now we will push it a bit forward. So you see now it's turns this way, and that's exactly what we want. So we will tape a rope, not rigid, and of course it's nicer if you make the ropes invisible, but for tutorial purposes I will not. Oops. So you see like this. And now it's a very small risk that this like accidentally turns the other way. That's what we have the rope for. So now we are going to fix a gun that will be hidden, like it will be hidden now, and then you will be able to show it like this or remove the shell protection. So for that gun I want, let's see here, we want to have a mortar. So I have chosen this 80mm mortar because that exactly fits my protection case. You see, like this, and that's, you can just reveal. While building like pop-up and hidden guns and so, they're usually, or like always, have to be fixed. It's just enormously hard to make them mouse controlled or so while they are using this kind of hiding structure. So then it's important to point them straight forward, or there you want them. So let's wall that one, and we will start building the next. And also you want to connect almost everything to the base prop, because that's the only one that's really heavy compared to the others. So I have done some thinking and realized that my first plan to make the pop-up gun another way won't work. So this is another way of how to make a pop-up gun that I think will be really cool. We start with one of these and no, color it. And I want this pop-up to be like here should be good. And we shall put, I think I want to put one or two heavier machine guns on that one. And we're going to right click on the base prop and make axis here. Like that. So we will lock it into the position where we will say the guns will be completely up. And that's about there, will the guns be up. So I'm going to check some weights on heavy machine guns. And they weigh 60, 240, 900. 60 is quite good. 20 millimeters machine gun. 2 of those. We just easy apply. And there. Well, now we will weld these together and we will put them inside this pop-up thing so that it will face straight forward. Well, and I hope this chassis I made will be impossible to replicate, so my subscribers will have to use their own imagination. And now we are going to make this a bit more heavy. Weight tool, I think it's like 60, and we want it at least 100 to be stable enough to hold these guns. First of all, we're going to do safety ropes. And again, when you do these, you probably want to make the ropes hidden. So, not further up than that, and not more down than this. And to make this work, we need to put the safety rope down there and in the top of that prop. I made that prop too light, so we make that way about 100 also. And we will weld it to these side props for added stability. Like that. Well, it's not perfect, but I only have one shot to make this. So, now we will add a hydraulic. With a positive force, or not force, but length, we try 30. We're first going to put it down to what we can call the rest. And then, like, oh, now it should not be fixed, because that will kind of make this thing jump around. Okay, let's try. Like that. Okay, the support props are moving a bit, but it looks kind of cool, I think. Oh, let's look again. Yeah, that's kind of cool. This front prop, we can actually put some more weight in it, and we can increase the weight of the motherboard or base prop to 600. That will make the structure a bit more stable and also a bit more slow, to both increase in speed and slow down. Well, let's try the speed. Throttle forward. It's not so bad because the engine we are using is very, very small. Now it's just the ammo thing, guys. Some retexturing. Well, we should be done. Now I test the brakes. Yeah, they're good. Actually, Silly good. Well, what type of ammo do we have? Da, da, da. We want, I don't remember, 40mm mortar ammo. Let's choose high explosive, 40mm mortar guns. Where are you? Where are you? There. 40. Did I say 40? That's wrong. It's 80. What the fuck? Propellant length. 200 meters per second. Yeah, this is completely good. How many ammo? Oh, that's too much. Wow, no, I changed ammo type. Oh my god. 80, and we need a small ammo box. That's 11 rounds. It should be enough. I mean, this is, yeah, it's kind of not very much, but this is kind of like a small steam-powered land hidden battle armored but without armor barge. And these ones, it's a heavy machine gun, 20mm. Let's just make them what is normal rounds called? I mean, why aren't there any normal rounds? Yeah, armor piercing should be our normal. So heavy machine gun, 20mm. And that's very much. I think we, want a that large, 600. Then you can like waste some bullets. And we will cheat and no qualities because that is just so much easier. And we can put it here so it's barely visible for enemy fire, but we can kind of reach it. Oh, we can't. Yeah, okay, a bit higher. I actually hadn't planned to go to ACF server battle with this one. Anyways, I don't think this would be ACF legal. So. We shall also connect. They have very special rules for ACF fighting. And I'm not up for this server fighting thing because everyone is just making so-called pancakes. It's when you merge a tank in a pancake and you make the most efficient arena tank ever. The most efficient arena tank ever is a combination between a tank and a pancake. So yeah. Now we will weld this to the base, or that's my experience anyway. But maybe, I don't know. Maybe they are good servers I haven't looked on. I have kind of given up, I think, for now. So let's put activate on our little not motherboard, because I just say that the base bus motherboard, but well, it's not very important. So that one activate, we put on activate on this pod controller. And now we should be quite cool. Actually, I think I want to save, just in case. Good. That was a bit nervous. Let's choose materials. I want Well, now we're going to do the full test. Let's put up a camera on enter. Now we shall test it thing. May it hold or may it break. Whoops. Gear down. Okay. That's the brakes. Let's hold the brakes and... Oh, you know, I have missed one of the most important things you can think of. I have missed to wire these guns. Right. How could I miss that? Seriously. That's like the most important thing except the engine. Fire. Well, let's fire it in this on mouse too. You can make a safety module so that you can't accidentally fire the guns when they are inside the vehicle / hidden, but not this time. So you and me and everybody else just need to be very careful. Okay, that's cool. Let's test gun 2. Fire. Okay, it's loading. Fire. Fire! Oh crap, it fired. Okay, let's watch inside this thing. Try to fire again. Ah, that's really nice. That's like a short distance hunting beam. Like fire. That's cool. Okay, let's do these things. Oh, you know what? The ammo, I forgot to change the settings of this ammo. If you don't change the settings of ammo, you know, it won't even like fly. We want a tracer because that is so cool. So, okay, they had like a velocity of 1 meter per second, and I just changed it to 800, so this should be better performance. Okay, that's wrong. This. You can feel the recoil. I don't know if you hear me over the gunfire, but I just say you can see the recoil, or that you can tell yourselves. But this is what we have brakes for. Well, that's really cool. I'm actually quite happy about this, and I hope you're also happy with this tutorial, and will try to make one of these ACF vehicles for yourselves and stuff, and make your own chassis, and well, this is cool and trashy. You might want to put on a larger engine, but it's kind of charmy if you have small engines on large vehicles. Let's just drive this thing. Get in. Now we shall fire the engines.